before we begin this live action episode, I just want to say one thing. I freaking called it! I made the last remark in the previous live action episode where people said that this Godzilla is just gonna be traditional, and I said nope! He's a vegetable! He's a freaking vegetable! Let's just get started on the video. Just really enjoy. With that amount of loudness out of the way, as you can tell by the title, 1, this is a live action episode. 2, this video is about the random thoughts on Godzilla Monster Planet. Or at least I have. And at the time of this recording, it's about like less than 3 weeks away, which, holy crap! I am freaking hyped, my boys. My hype train has left anticipation station. So these thoughts are, for the most part, rather random, but there are a couple topics in there that were originally going to be like bigger animated kaiju discussions, like thoughts on trailers, the origins of Godzilla, and the whole Monster Planet theory fiasco. Something I know you guys have been waiting a long time for. I mean, if my Twitter polls show anything. But, so let's get right into it with the first big topic, the trailers. This is actually the most convenient time because at the time of this video's recording, Saturday, the trailer got released either Monday or Tuesday. I don't know when. I don't feel like checking because I'm lazy, so. And it was awesome. Freaking loved that trailer. It was just perfect. And honestly, these trailers have basically hyped me up for this movie more than basically anything else right now, because they combine 2 of my personal favorite kaiju movies of the decade so far, Kong and Shin Godzilla. It's an action movie. It has Kong's characters in action with Shin Godzilla's nuanced approach. Let's go with that! And honestly, it's looking very, very good from this. And it's definitely the movie that I am personally most hyped for, in the up-and-coming months. Which sucks, because we're not getting it until freaking next year! It sucks! So, trailers out of the way, here's some more little random thoughts. I love the little details that are just hidden throughout this movie. Like, the monsters that have attacked, like, all the bloody cities that we know of that are going to be in this movie. I like how they get progressively more advanced organism-wise, until we get to the most complex organism, which is Godzilla. We start from the least complex, which is Kamacuras. Theoretically, it should start with Dagora, because he's a squid. But it's little details like that I like these little details. The color correction is absolutely fantastic in this movie. I even touched on this in the first Monster Planet video that I did, that I really like the shots in this movie. Like, even here, if you look behind this extra thick boy, you can see this the space meme that was my favorite shot from the first trailer. So that's cool. And I love how different each colors are. Like some shots are red, some shots are blue, some shots they're orange, some are a mix of blue and orange, and it's a pretty movie to look at. It really is. A lot of people talk about the animation, and it's definitely gotten a lot better from the first trailer, or maybe that's just me, I don't know. It seems much more smooth, crisp CGI than regular animation or something. I don't know, maybe that's just me. The song in this trailer that was, played over that a lot of people complained about,
what the heck?
Which is the official song for this movie. It's called Whiteout, and it's partially the reason why I named my Monster Planet trailer instrumental the way it is. And I really like it. It's a good sounding song. I don't think it'll beat out something like Who Will Know or Requiem for my favorite Godzilla song, but I do like it. It is pretty good. So did you guys see Godzilla's Atomic Breath? It's freaking great, isn't it? It's like electricity that forms on his back, and then like and then a cloud like forms around his mouth, and then like he shoots out a cloud. The cloud is like a little like straight thing, and then like it's cool, isn't it? But since he's a plant, for all we know, doesn't have a nuclear origin, can we call it atomic breath? Second big thing, the origin. Now, a lot of people talked about the origin of this Godzilla basically to freaking death at this point. We get it. He's a vegetable. And people have already said that they've kind of lost hope in this movie because Godzilla's a plant. And I honestly don't see why, because the origin isn't what makes Godzilla, it's the interpretation of the character. I've talked about this in my Mothra video, where, like, to paraphrase that video,
he's the biggest tool in the entire series.
He really is! Godzilla's just a framing device to tell us metaphors for stuff. And probably the biggest card for this is in Shin Godzilla, where Godzilla frames a natural disaster, or most notably tsunami and Fukushima melting down, and so it's the interpretation that makes the character and not the origin, so to say, basically. This actually kind of escalates into my third big thing, which is my long-awaited Monster Planet theory. Boy, I'm gonna make a lot of enemies in this video. Now, call me new-fashioned, is that even the same? But I think this Godzilla is gonna have mind control powers. Have you not clicked away yet? Are you guys actually interested in what I have to say? Wait, Geigen fan, what? Godzilla can't have mind control powers? It's freaking stupid! You can't do that! It absolutely ruins the character! Shut up. I know it sounds completely stupid and ludicrous, but it has evidence behind it. Evidence 1. The director said that they want to make this Godzilla an entirely new meme. They want to make him completely different. They want to make him different from 62 years of all of this stuff. And honestly, why not give him freaking mind control powers to do that? Because, to be quite honest, it's honestly the first new power to be added to Godzilla, probably since the nuclear pulse in Biollante? It was a Biollante or King Ghidorah when the nuclear pulse was first introduced. I don't know and I don't care! And honestly, mind control powers are a good... honestly, mind control powers are a good power for reason 2, it helps benefit the type of movie they're trying to tell. Basically, this movie is man versus Godzilla. Basically. It's about a bunch of people going to a planet, beating the crap out of this vegetable, and hopefully taking it back. Though it is confirmed to be a trilogy, so they're probably not going to do that. Or will they? Who knows? This man versus nature story would honestly make sense for Godzilla to have mind control powers in it. Godzilla in this movie is basically, you know, nature combined as a vegetable. And why not show him as the final boss of nature by literally taking control of nature or his own minions? Which leads us to part 3, serve him. The Dragon Boy. Jeez, I am stirring more than Porky Pig. I need to stop doing that. But anyways, the Servum are basically the thing that makes this theory likely because of their name, Servum. Now, I don't know if you know this, but Servum is not just a random word, it's actually a word in Latin. You know, the dead language that no one ever uses. And in Latin, Servum, translated from Latin to English, is slave. See where I'm going with this? So Godzilla can take control of the Servum because they are his slaves. We freaking see them in the trailer just going after all these people memes, and they blow up their freaking avatar, their avatar ship boys, and it's awesome, but it also supports this theory. Maybe it doesn't even have to be like conventional mind control. It could be like the freaking cordyceps fungus. You know, the fungus that takes control of ants and make them turn into zombies, and then it makes them give a cartoon head bump on their head. But like Godzilla can like shoot out spores from his back, and Servant can like eat spores, and that's how their minds get controlled or something. Or maybe they just work with Godzilla and are just like a hive mind sort of thing. Either way, they're working with Godzilla, so it's a win for me. So no one is really certain on their thoughts on Godzilla Monster Planet. But I certainly know something. These were just my thoughts on Godzilla Monster Planet. I want to know what your guys' random thoughts are, and I am not forgiving anyone for that transition. I am not. And if you think I will, you're an idiot! Ha! Ha ha! Ha! Either way, this was my Halloween special, and I should have worn my Halloween costume. It was gonna be a piece of paper on my shirt that said spoopy costume, and it was gonna be great. And now that it's Halloween, I can change my Halloween background back to my normal purple. So, this is Live Action Geigen Fan telling you guys to not get mind controlled by giant vegetables, and remember to wash your hands. Ow!